Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Live Agent Training. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday so far. Just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Erin, for those of you who are new to training. And again, I really just wanted to welcome you and thank you so much for taking some time out of your morning or late afternoon or early afternoon to spend with me and learn something new. So we've got a lot of exciting things in the works. As they become available, I will definitely let you know. I have to learn them first. So once I learn them and get the information, I'll definitely let you know. A couple of things. We have our CMA report that we did release a couple weeks ago, or almost a month now. The CMA report has been such a great success, and it's been really well and working great so far. So if you have any questions on the CMA report, feel free to let us know. We do have some great things going along with that. So a lot of great feedback. Agents are loving it so far. So it's been great. So thank you all for your feedback and letting us know that it's been great. Another thing that we released a couple weeks ago is the email addresses. So what you can do is you could purchase a domain name if you wanted to. So say that you did angieagent.com. Now what you could do is you can connect email addresses over to that domain name, and you could actually have multiple. So you could do info@angieagent.com, sellers@angieagent.com, buyers@angieagent.com. All of those are different domains that you would be able to use as a part of marketing. And the cool thing is it gets forwarded directly to your email that you have set up through Gmail or that you have set up through Yahoo. So the cool thing is it can automatically forward into your email in your inbox, and then it has whatever whatever domain you choose. It can be buyers or sellers or whatever you want your email address to be, but it would be that domain. So again, if you purchased angieagent.com, then you would be able to have whatever that first part of it is at angieagent.com. And you can have unlimited too, so there's no limit. I mean, realistically, you don't want to have 100 email addresses, then you'll lose track of what's what and where goes what. But it's kind of nice to have a little bit of customization with those domains and the email addresses. So we have those available for you now. If you haven't done so already, or just kind of a little reminder, we are sending out weekly, or I'm sorry, every couple of weeks we're sending out a what's new email and letting you know the new features that we do have available. Be sure just to add us to your safe list through your email, and if for any reason you're not getting our emails, just be sure to add us to your safe list or check your spam folder. They are coming from noreply@agentmarketing.com. So they are just a what's new email letting you know of our new features. We've talked about the CMA report, the email addresses, the new listing presentation template. So those are all really cool things, and we just want to keep you in the loop with everything and let you know what's going on. So, and then what else? I think that's it. Oh, I will have a YouTube channel going shortly that's going to have all of the past agent trainings that we do on Wednesdays, so you'll always be able to revert back to those. So as that becomes available, I'm hoping by next week, then you'll be able to view any of the past trainings and have those available for you right away. So I do record these on a weekly basis, and then will be sending you like a little snippet of what we talked about. So that way you have that as a recap. So if there's any questions as we go along, please feel free to write them. I do answer questions at the end of agent training for those of you who are new. I just wanted to let you know that that's what we do. We just talk about our topic, and then we go through the questions at the very end. So today's topic, we're focusing on lead generation and how it's going to help with your properties and how you can do things with standing out for your listings. So when you're on your property tab here, so we'll go ahead and click on properties, and then click on the property tab and then click properties. Now when you add your listing into agent marketing, each time that listing is added in, it creates a property specific text code, URL for that listing, and QR code. Now those text codes are lead generation text codes, and kind of the process that it works. So you add in your listing into agent marketing, then it will automatically create all three of those, the text code, URL, and QR code. When consumers text about that, when they text that text code, so usually like this one that I have on my property here is Main Street. So if you were to text Main Street to 79564, being a consumer, it would send you back a text with property-specific information about that listing, and then it gives you a link to the mobile website. So you'll get bedroom, bath, square feet, and then I believe the price with a link to the mobile website. And then it will also, when you click on that mobile website or that mobile link, it will take you to the mobile version of the website. So really, it's a good way to have the property information get to the seller or to the potential buyers and help get leads. Each time a consumer texts about the property, you actually get notified too. It captures their cell phone number and sends it to you as a lead, and you get notified instantly. So you can say, you can call that number. So say that I just text about the property, so I just got a lead about the property. So I can call and say, hello, I noticed that you were in front of, or that you text for more information about 24 Main Street. I just wanted to see if you had any questions or if you'd like to come by, or just kind of, it's a way for you to follow up with them instantly. Because you get that lead sent to you right away, it's an easy and quick way to follow up. Each property that gets added into the system does get its own text code. And you can customize it too, which is even better because you can make it more about the property. So each time, like if you look at one of my other listings here, it's just a number. Oh, I changed them all. When the property gets added in, it's a number. So usually it's anywhere from 5 to 7 character number that gets added. But you can always customize the text code to make it a little more property specific. So to change that text code, I'll show you how to do that. You'll go ahead and click here on the little tool icon. So it's going to be the wrench. Now when you click on tools, it gives you all of the property specific tools that you have for the listing. So now I can change it, or I can go to text code, display and edit. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And so I've already changed this text code to Main Street. Since my property is on Main Street, I want consumers to text Main Street to get the property information. You can either leave the text code how we've created it for you, or you can come in here and change it to anything you want within the 7 characters long. Has to be letters or numbers, no special characters or spaces are allowed. It just confuses people and then it makes that text code invalid. So you really want to think about it, make it more custom to the property. It really just helps the property stand out, having that same Main Street to 79564. And even if you want to text out this, so if you want to text Main Street to 79564 right now, feel free to test it out. I know most of you probably have your phone sitting next to you, so feel free to text about the property. You'll see exactly what consumers get when they text about your listings. So, and most of you, I would assume, have already been using the texting feature and have been getting all of those leads. So that's how you would change the text code, making it a little more custom to the home and using that as an available feature for you to have available. Leads are always something agents are asking me, what can I do to get more leads? How can I get more leads? What's something I'm not doing? Get sign writers in front of the property. Have those available because it's such a great way to generate those leads and have that going for you. So I have a great little blog post that we've created, and I'm going to send this to you once we're done. It is something that, it gives you kind of some really good ideas and some thoughts for why you should have the sign writers. So property-specific marketing is a way to attract the most qualified buyers and sellers possible. And it is so true. When you have people who actually take the time to stop and text about the property and who really are interested, those are going to be the people that you are following up with because they really took the time to text about the property, they're showing interest, and they're not just picking up a flyer and then maybe throwing it in the trash can. So people want information now. They don't want to have to go through and sift through, all of these different websites and your agent website with no property website and maybe get the price and not know how many bedrooms it is. I mean, I know when I've looked at homes, it gets frustrating because I want that information right away, and if I don't get it, I move on to the next. And I try and find a better home or a better place to live because I want that information instantly. That's why it's so important to have the sign writers. So this is a really cool little piece on here, and it kind of puts things in perspective for you when you're thinking about in the buyer's perspective. So if you're a buyer and you drove by a property that has a typical agent sign with generic marketing and no really thing to stand out, Is that going to be an agent that you're not going to really remember, or that might not stand out to you? Probably not. They're going to just move on and Google an agent or go on Zillow and look for an agent, and then that other agent may get business from that potential buyer. Now, if you think about it with the property-specific information, and you have a beautiful sign that matches your sign writer, and you have the texting information, and you have all of these different marketing materials with the property-specific address and the text code and the QR code, and then you can go text about the property and get the property information, the bedroom, the bath, you have the website. You're so overwhelmed with excitement because you have all of the information you've been looking for. Are you going to work with that agent? Most likely. That agent has proved to be trustworthy and really showed that they're an agent who wants to work and strive to be the best, and really just showed that they are such a great agent to have all of these property-specific marketing materials and that beautiful sign writer and all of that. So it kind of just puts things in perspective. People, again, want information instantly. If they drive by a house and they see a for sale sign and the flyer box is empty, and they're just like, okay, well, I wonder how much this house is. And then they go on Google and they're like, oh, I can't remember the address, and oh, forget it. I'm over it. I'm not interested anymore. Whereas if they text about the property, they can say, oh my gosh, that home that we saw earlier was beautiful. I'm going to pull up that mobile website again. And, oh, you know what? Angie Agent was so great. She called me instantly and wanted to set up a showing for us. We should really use her and follow up with her to make sure that we can get the home of our dreams. So it just kind of puts things in perspective a little bit as to what consumers think of. And so here's a sample of a website that we have. I mean, it's a beautiful website that has your information as the agent. They can view the virtual tours. They can get the property map, find out what's nearby. They can even print their own brochures if they want to. Now, you have to think, when buyers go out looking for homes, they go to probably a good handful of open houses, or they stop by and grab a flyer here, a flyer there. Oh, they got this over there. Most likely, they're going to take all their flyers and they're going to look at them, and it's going to sit in a pile, and they may end up throwing them away. I know I get so many flyers sent in the mail and all of this, and I end up just throwing them away. I hate to say that, but it's true. And I know a lot of people do that. So having the information constantly available on their phone, they can save that text message and they'll always be able to view that. And you were that standout agent because you had all of these property-specific materials with the sign writer, and you captured their information right away, which then puts them in your CRM. So then you can put them on an email drip campaign. You can send them a monthly newsletter, all of that. So just kind of wanted to give you the perspective of that. Now, think about it as a seller point of view. Now, if you're in the neighborhood or if your neighbor is thinking about selling their home, and so they hire an agent, and the agent just has, the basic stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, you're not really excited to do anything. So you're probably going to go to a different website and try and find another agent and also give that agent the lead. Now, if your neighbor's selling their house and they have the sign with the property-specific website and the text code and that beautiful sign writer, and oh, they gave you a property-specific business card with the agent information and then their property on the back, it's like, oh my gosh, this is all so cool. How do I sell my house like that? I want to be like my neighbor, and I want to have a website for my home and help get my home sold as quickly as possible, right? Doesn't everybody want that? You want more leads, obviously. You want to be able to have as many leads as possible so you can get more business and you can be a rock star agent. I want that for you. I want that for all of you. So having these tools and taking advantage of them and using them is so, so, so very important. So having the sellers drive by and see all of the website and the text code and all of that, that's really cool. I definitely want that agent to do it versus an agent who just has a yard sign up and no details about the home, no flyers in the flyer box, none of that. With the agent using agent marketing, they have the sign writer. They don't need to do all of that because they have all of the information in front of the home. So just kind of something to keep in mind. It just shows the importance of having a sign writer and how easy it is for consumers to get that information instantly. And you do get your sign writers customized, which is really cool. We can do a free custom sign writer for you. Your first one is free, so give us a call. We want to show you the benefit of why having those sign writers are so important, because you do get those awesome leads generated from it. So just a couple things. Our system automatically generates a property-specific website for each home. So once you have your property pulled in, either from the MLS or you've manually added it in, whatever works for you, it does generate that website for you once the property information is entered in. Virtual tours get created automatically too. So that shows up on the mobile website or even on the website that consumers go to. Each property gets a text code. They get a QR code, so that's that little box, the black and white box that you see on almost everything these days. Those QR codes, they can go up and scan it, and it takes them directly to the mobile website. Me personally, I like to focus on the texting feature because that's how the leads get generated. But QR codes I know are popular, and agents love to have them on their signs, so we put them on the sign writers. Property brochures are created once the photos are uploaded, and then you're able to have the sign writer. Property-specific business cards are another great way to have some leads going, because on the front it advertises you as the agent, and then on the back it advertises the property. So you could even take those property business cards and you could give a few to the sellers, you could take them to soccer games, but use them as a way to pass out, because not only is it for a referral for you, but it helps get more leads and more drive to your property website. You could do the property-specific water bottle labels, postcards, and door hangers. So all of that are extra add-ons of things that you can do to help promote the property and get more leads. They all have that texting feature on there too, which is really cool, and it gives you an opportunity to get more leads. Now, just to kind of give you a little recap and remind you, just make sure that your notifications under your leads tab is filled out. This is how you are notified of any leads coming in. So you really want to make sure that under your leads tab, which is going to be in the top, you'll see leads and then notifications. And just take a moment, just make sure that this is all updated, your email spelled correctly, make sure you have your cell phone number in there, because this is how you do get notified of all of the leads coming into the system. So you want to make sure that you have all of these completed. Also, you do have a lead log under your account settings. So you'll see that your little picture icon here in the right-hand corner, and then you can click on lead log or leads log. And then this gives you all of the different leads that are coming in for the property information, any CMA reports, if anybody texts about the property, that will all show up here in your lead log. So it's important to have this available and use this, because you can follow up with those leads right away. And they do get emailed or texted to you if you have that feature available under your leads and notifications. So make sure you have all of that filled out. So that kind of wraps up today with the text messaging and the lead portion of agent marketing. If you are interested in getting a sign writer or doing any of the extra marketing, you want us to do a custom sign writer for you, feel free to give us a call. If you're interested in just ordering any of the property material, we do have these available for you under the shopping cart icon, which is going to be the second icon in on the property page. And then you can purchase any of these extra add-ons for you. Now, we will give you your first sign writer for free if you do a custom order for you, so that is another option available for you. So that is a part of the marketing makeover. And we can also do customization for your property websites, your mobile website, your personal website, and then for your sign writer and your property business card. So all of your marketing can match and stand out and look awesome. So that wraps up today's topic. I'm going to open it up for questions. Any questions about today's topic, anything that you have in general about agent marketing, I'd love to answer those questions. You should see the little question box through your GoToMeeting, so feel free to answer or ask any questions here. Let's see here. Any questions? Anything? Don't be afraid to ask questions. I'm always here to help if you have questions about today's topic. Again, I do have this recorded, so I will send it over, and I'll send over the little blog post as well that we went over and covered. Any questions? Anything? Any questions? Anything in general? All right, you guys are quiet today. Well, what I'll do is I'll hang on the line. If you have some questions, please feel free to write them in the chat box. I'll stay on the line for a little bit. Again, thank you so much for attending agent training today. I really appreciate it. I will be sending you a follow-up email just going over today's topic and what we discussed, as well as the recorded version. And I will have that YouTube channel available to you as well. Again, I'm hoping as early as next week, so that will be something that you'll have available for you. Brent, I will give you a call once this is over and we can discuss that. We do have a done for you option, which just means that one of our reps here would be in charge of doing everything for you. So I'll go ahead and give you a call and we can discuss further about that. Any questions about anything about today's topic, let me know. Again, thank you so much for attending. For those of you who do not have questions, we'll see you next Wednesday. And I really appreciate you showing up today. Thanks so much.